When you first start making videos on YouTube, you're going to want to focus more on quantity than quality. That's because the YouTube algorithm favors quantity over quality, especially in the beginning. When you get like 100 videos made, then you might want to start focusing more on the quality of the videos. Like for example myself, I'm on around about 57 videos at the moment, and only now I'm starting to focus a bit more on adding effects and stuff to the videos. But my main concern is just quantity at the moment. There's uploading as many videos as possible. I came across one YouTuber, he's uploaded like 600 videos, and they're just like talking head. There's no effects, there's no filters from what I can see. It just seems like he's just sat in front of the camera and just, you know, expressed his topic of the video, and he's got like 70,000 subscribers. So when you first start off on YouTube, you want to really focus more on quantity than quality. You've probably heard the saying, practice makes perfect. It's very true. When you do YouTube, in the beginning, you're going to make so many mistakes on your videos. Talking skills ain't going to be very good. The editing's not going to be very good. You know, you might not have a very good audio because you might not have a microphone. There's going to be so many like things to correct later on. But the more you make videos, the more better you'll get. Each video is an improvement. I can look back now at some of my videos and I'm like, wow, I made so many mistakes. To be honest, there's so many videos that I've even put on private because I wasn't making eye contact with the lens, and so many other factors. So you want to focus on quantity over quality in the beginning, and that will make you a better YouTuber. That will make your skills a lot better. You'll learn stuff as time goes by. You'll start improving. Your editing will become better. You'll know where to, like, you know, cut bits off, and because sometimes, you know, you say stuff that you don't want to be in the video, so you can chop that bit off. You might even get an editing program like CapCut, which will help you tremendously. So quantity over quality definitely equals improvement. The process in the beginning is basically just experimenting, seeing what works and what doesn't work. You know, you're going to want to experiment with thumbnails, titles, and you're going to want to check what gets the most watch time. You know, you might like to make videos in the beginning that are, you know, that are pleasing to you, but your audience might not like them videos. So you want to focus on the beginning in making videos like what your audience likes. You know, you can find that out by seeing the analytics, which videos get the most clicks. So in the beginning, it's about experimenting and trying to please the audience, trying to gather your audience, you know, build that network, that ecosystem. And to do that, you need to make videos that the audience likes. You might not like them videos, but the key thing is, you know, building your channel in the beginning. It's just how it is. I've seen some YouTubers, they make videos on so many different topics. You know, really you should stick to 1 or 2 or 3 niches. But I've seen some YouTubers that made topics on so many things, and I can guess the reason they're doing that is because they're seeing which videos get the most reactions. You know, the most comments and likes and watch time, so they can make more videos like that in the future. So I can understand where they're coming from. But the key thing at the beginning is building that audience, building that ecosystem. And to do that, you need to experiment, see what works, what doesn't work, and focus on quantity rather than quality. You might spend weeks editing a video and making a video, you know, and then you find out that it gets no views. To be honest, the first 100 videos of yours, when you first start, they probably won't get many views. They might get like 20, 30 views. If you're fortunate, you might get more. But you know, there's no point in spending hours and days editing a video for it to only get a few views. So just focus on just getting videos out there in the beginning. Quantity over quality, definitely important when you first start off. In the beginning, talking to the camera can be very nerve-wracking. It can be awkward because you're not used to it. You know, it's not really normal talking to a camera. But the more you practice, the more normal it becomes, the more you get accustomed to it. So in the beginning is a process of building confidence, and that's very important when making videos, being confident, because people can detect that, people can sense that, and it really shines through, enhances your video so much. confidence. So in the beginning, it's you've got to experiment and try and develop that confidence over time. Try and make each video better than the other. Looking into the lens is very important. Some people, they spend the whole video not looking into the lens, but you have to remember that your audience is behind that lens. So confidence is also a factor that comes with quantity over quality. Just practice and practice, and the more you do it, you'll become like second nature. You become so much more confident. Just need to remember that there's no one here, it's just you and a camera. Why do you need to be shy in front of a camera, something that's made of metal and plastic? So develop that confidence with practice and quantity. It's actually a blessing that your audience is small in the beginning, because it gives you room to fail, to make mistakes, without having thousands of eyes watching you and judging you. So it's a favour for you, really, because you're going to make mistakes in the beginning, and you might even want to delete those videos or put them on private. Some people have left them on for people to see their progress in the future, which is fine. So try and pick up all the mistakes you make in the beginning. You can even write them down and try and correct each video that you make, the next one, try and correct that mistake. For example, I had a microphone and only one of the channels was working. So I was making videos and only it was either the right or the left channel was working. So if you was to watch that video with your headphones on, you'd only hear it through one earphone. So I had to find out how to fix that problem, which fortunately CapCut has an option where you can just click a button and it balances it out on both headphones. So that's an example. If you make, say, 20-30 videos and only one headphone's working, that's not very good for your videos and for your audience. That might be something that puts them off listening to your videos. So you want to try and correct all the little faults, all the little errors, so you can make your videos perfect in the future. So each video, try and make it better than the previous one. I've only started adding effects to my videos. I find that makes them better. But it takes time, that's the problem. Do you really want to spend so much time editing videos in the beginning? Me personally, I don't. So I'm just trying to do little things here and there. But once I get a bigger audience, hopefully, then I'll start adding more effects and, putting more effort into the videos. So in the beginning, don't worry too much about going viral. Focus more on being visible to your audience. And the first 50 to 100 videos, they ain't gonna get many views. So don't quit. Don't let that be something that causes you to give up. Because in the beginning, it's just how it is nowadays. You have to keep making so many videos to get noticed on YouTube. So the first 50 to 100 videos is just take that as practicing. Don't think, oh, my video didn't do well, it didn't go viral, I'm just going to give up. Just focus on improving, becoming better as a YouTuber, and over time you'll get that audience, as long as your videos are good. Don't worry too much about quality in the beginning, focus more on quantity. Like I said, there's one YouTuber I've come across and he's uploaded like 600 to 700 videos, and they're all like just him talking in front of the camera, and the guy's got 70,000 subscribers, so he knows what he's doing. If you want to know who that is, I think his name's AB Academy. He's also got another channel where he's got like over a million subscribers. So I definitely learned something from his videos. He just makes so many videos on different topics, and I think he's just seeing what works, what doesn't work. And I can understand why he's doing that, because he's succeeding, he's doing really well. Guy's got 70,000 subscribers. And on his other channel, which is more professional, which has all the editing and all that stuff, he's got like over 1 million subscribers. So that's a great example for you. Quantity over quality in the beginning. I hope you like this video. Please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, share the video on different platforms, and God willing, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.